Welcome to Colleywood, Maryville Junction, an N-scale DCC 4x8 freelance layout set in the mid-60s in a fictional place located in the Kettle Moraine area of southern Wisconsin. The goal in designing this layout was to include a main street, a residential area, a switch yard, multi-levels, and the ability to run 4 individual trains concurrently by one operator, while simultaneously being able to control a fully functional switchyard, all from one single DCC connection to power the entire layout. Its genesis back in 2005 was a simple carpet layout in a small loft section of our attic, built with Bachmann Easy Track and remnants of an N-scale layout given to me by my son-in-law, who had inherited it from his grandfather. After having a few months of fun running the SK and BB Railroad, short for sore knees and bad back, it was destined to reach a higher level of operation. Thus, I constructed a movable cradle strong enough to hold a Buick and placed a 3/4-inch piece of plywood on top of it, creating the BPB Railroad, short for brown paper bag, since I'd covered the plywood with brown wrapping paper for planning purposes. These pictures illustrate the constraints of the room and the limited space I had to work in. The highest point in the room's peak is just over 6 feet, with the slope of the ceiling mandating a maximum layout height of about 26 inches. Although I've been a lifelong Lionel around the Christmas tree railroader, I'd never given much thought to becoming a model railroader, but I was beginning to catch the fever. And after several months of designing and redesigning the perfect 4x8 layout, I was ready to take the plunge and began construction in early 2006. Since I'm a seasonal railroader, the attic being too hot to work in during late spring, summer, and early fall, in addition to my 3rd grade skill level at most of the tasks required to build a model railroad, particularly when compared to the college-level pro layouts featured in all the magazines and videos, my progress has been slower than a sea turtle out of water. Many mistakes were made, bad decisions implemented, and creative shortcuts applied. Plus, I didn't have the time or the inclination to do it the right way. The final design of the layout contains more track than anyone should ever attempt to put on a 4x8, including 43 turnouts, and is powered by a single DCC connection. No blocks or power districts, no bus wiring, no boosters, no extra feeder wires, no rail gaps into or out of turnouts, and absolutely not one piece of soldered track. Just simple rail joiners connect all of the tracks. One safety note at this point: if you attempt a layout similar to this, make sure to perform the quarter test almost everywhere on the layout, particularly the farthest reaches from the power feeder, to make sure the system's short-circuit breaker functions properly in case of derailments. This is a must if you take these kind of shortcuts. Looking at the Google Earth view of the layout, you'll see the single DCC power feed discreetly hidden in the corner of the layout, connected to a stock piece of Bachmann Easy Track. It's powered by a Digitrack Zephyr DC50 throttle command station booster all-in-one 3-amp system. This easily powers the entire layout, including 2 reverse loops controlled by a single track-powered Digitrax AR1 auto-reverse controller, plus a 14-track stub-end switching yard, and manages the operation of 4 separate multi-engine consists at once, without breaking a sweat. Here's proof. The first consist contains 2 DCC Atlas locomotives, a GP40 and a GP38, hauling a 14-car cattle train, plus caboose, for a total of 17 rolling units running on a level grade. The second consist is made up of 3 DCC Kato F3 ABA units, pulling 7 passenger cars for a total of 10 rolling units running on a multi-level grade. Due to the limited space of a 4x8 and the desire to have multi-levels on the layout, the grade is much steeper than normal, climbing a total of 2 inches over a distance of 4 feet 3 inches. I'll let the math wizards out there tell me the grade I installed. The third consist is headed by 2 standard DC model power F7 locomotives, towing a 15-car regional freight, also over a multi-level grade. A note about Model Power's all-metal frame and chassis. Because of their weight, these 2 engines have easily pulled a load of 30 cars up this steep grade. And the fourth and final consist includes 2 DCC Atlas GP9s fronting a 5-car passenger train on level grade. Now, here are all 4 trains running simultaneously. 7 DCC and 2 standard DC locomotives hauling a total of 42 cars quite efficiently from one single DCC feeder. So, for those of you who have been avoiding building or converting to a DCC layout because all the wiring seemed too complicated, or you worried that maybe your present wiring system won't convert easily to DCC, this may make you feel a bit less reticent to attempt it, particularly for smaller room layouts and tabletops, even with power districts. Colleywood Maryville Junction isn't even close to being completed. I still have tons of track that needs ballasting and nearly all the detailing left to do. But I'll keep you up to date on the progress through future videos if you're interested, so please subscribe if you'd like. And you can check out my website at www.radiotrains.com. Thanks for watching and taking the ride all the way to the end of the line of this video. I appreciate it.